Welcome to my workstation, folks. I decided to do this little video to, well, talk about a couple of things with this kit. This is the Riverguard Dam Buster kit from Vanguard, Mantic Games. And when you're modeling, when you're doing this stuff for a long time, you've come across a lot of different things, right, in the hobby. And one of the things that happened with this kit is that little ninja frog there, this is a white resin kit. One of the disadvantages of having models in white resin, the details are crisp, beautiful, but the resin is very fragile. And I'm surprised that they actually did these smaller parts in this white resin. Usually it's a metal resin hybrid precisely to make these little parts so that they don't snap. This was Ninja Frog's sword, okay? And it just broke off. Now, I used to get frustrated and angry and everything else, but like I said, when you've been doing this for a while, it just becomes, part of the hobby. So the way I solved it is I took I took one arm from Oathmark's Goblin Riders, right? And they're done in hard plastic. I remembered the blade that these goblins had, and I just took the arm, compared it to the other arm, and to the little sword that broke out, and lo and behold, they're very close, okay? Not perfect, but very close. Now, this arm here had a sleeve or something like a leather sleeve. So I took some green stuff and actually sculpted very, very carefully with small clumps of green stuff at a time, sculpted a little sleeve there. Now, it's not perfect. It's not identical. I really, as long as it's there to kind of balance the other side. And basically, you got a little piece of shoulder up here that's showing, and here you got the same thing. And I'm going to try and actually, show this a little closer. Okay, so it's not too bad. It's not perfect, but at least it balances. So, FYI, I also had to do the same with the rope, get some green stuff, do a little bit of the rein there, right? The rein that he's holding, because it quite wasn't matching up. And that was me because of the way I put the arm together and everything. But FYI, with these, kinds of kits, these are things that are gonna happen. So Ninja Frog is now pretty much ready to go. He's drying. Another cup point, be very careful if this is the first time you're getting this kit with these like little spines and everything. I use a tiny, tiny bit of green stuff in there. There are good attachment points for this model, so you're going to be able to use a lot of glue there, and that's good. I use a little tiny bit of green stuff inside the hole. This is like a hole and socket kind of joint. Put the green stuff in there, and then kind of, put the piece together, and the green stuff really holds it. So and then it just helps put everything together nicely. Now, you do have these lines. I'm not going to worry about that right now. You can use liquid green stuff or any kind of putty. There's a wide variety of things that you can use, and kind of cover up those that line. However, in kits like this, it's really hard because you do have a lot of detail. And if you use like a tiny bit of green stuff, well, then you gotta kind of sculpt around, here, and kind of add just to give the illusion of those little warts, right? The other thing is that to put this kit together, the pegs are a tad bit smaller than the holes, so there's freedom in the arm, which means that you kind of have to play with it a little bit to get the right pose where you want it. And you kind of guide yourself with these little muscles, right, on either side of the arms, these little folds of skin. Okay, and that's going to kind of guide you. It's not 100% perfect fit. So again, this is where you pull out your putty and you start, kind of filling in a little bit. I use liquid green stuff as well. As the liquid green stuff is drying, I kind of take my toothpick and I poke it a little bit very carefully and kind of do like all these little warts and stuff, to give some continuity. But that's a tricky fix, to be honest. All the lines here. I'm not going to worry about it right now. It's Julie approved. She likes it. That's all I care. So thank you, goblins from Oathmark, for providing one of your arms to help fix Ninja Frog. And the other thing is, I really like this model, by the way, and Julie loves it. The whole idea of Ninja Frog on top of Leaping Toad is just great. And this is a model that's going to have a varied life in many different games, okay? We're going to use in many of our indie games for our reptile armies. Or for armies like Forces of Nature, with that kind of theme. Julie likes to play her elves. She likes to play her Forces of Nature. And so, in other games even, not just Vanguard. And so this model is going to have a very, healthy career, I think. So there it is, folks. Ninja Frog. Ready to be painted very soon and ready for some action. Took this opportunity to make a little video, show you guys what happened, how I dealt with it, and that's it, okay? You're going to have to be careful with this model. It is on the fragile side, and, well, it's something that we live with as wargamers. So, FYI, folks, and see you guys very soon.